out sometime, see what it's really like. I think you go to that one over closer to, I can't think of the name of it now, over close to 13th and Olive. Anyway, glad you got to do that. It's always fun. Oh, speaking of that, well, at one time had a, I think it was like a 6-shot 22 revolver. Has 6-inch barrel on it. Kind of been watching around, really not a lot, but thought if I ever stumbled across another, well, I could. I'd like to have another one. 22 revolver. See what I can work out with the fellow. Let's see. Back up the top. Mike? Yep, very good on the trip. Yeah, that sounds like you got a good path that going out there and back. That was the one that you guys used. It sounds like one that I would sure look at if I was heading that direction. I'm sure some of the driving would be easier just going across I-40 like you talked about, but like you say, Gully, you got to do this square corner getting down there at Oak City and then going west. Diagonal out across there, using 54 is a good idea. I'm sure it's much more scenic. The other route, the interstate all the way. See, oh, there's 43-foot vertical. A little bit about that. I'm wondering what you're going to use for a support. All that. I've read some articles about those. Wondered how they would work. Don't know if they'd let me put one up here or not. Doubt it, but probably a little bit too tall for them. But anyway, well, probably just continue using what we've got right now anyway and carry on and enjoy it. Let's see. Oh, Zion National Park is an interesting place. The pictures I've seen. I'd like to get out into that area. Make a trip out there someday and see some of the parks. I'm trying to remember. Grand Canyon's out there. I've seen it, but haven't been up to the southern Utah area that you're talking about. Pictures that I've seen, it sure looks like it would be pretty, and like you say, no light pollution. That would be awesome too. Sure different from here in town. We've had a few things that we'd like to have seen at night. Gosh. We haven't really found a good spot to go to anywhere close. We have gone just straight north of Bel Air here and north of Wichita and all gone out into the countryside. It's not too bad once you get out there, but you got to go a little ways before you get away from most of the light. One thing you do have to fight. Just trying to think. Other than that, don't think of anything else that I think of right now. We'll pass it on back to you, Dirk. N5 PDF in the group, WA0N.
Yeah, okay, very good. 100% copy all the way around. Yeah, when we lived up in Utah, we ended up getting those national park pass. It covers the whole United States. And it's good for a lifetime, as long as you don't lose it. But yeah, they definitely come in handy. Especially when we were living in Utah. a lot of national parks there. A lot of interesting things to go see. But okay, on that, let's see. And okay there, Mike, about you getting ready to head to Arizona. So I'm sure the weather will be a little better there, at least a little warmer.
Frequency is in use. Frequency is in use.
You and Mary. Yeah, I guess we'll hear you in about a week on the air. Let's see what else. Other than that, I'm still, well, kind of a little jet lagged here, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and make this my last one. And everybody a great evening. Other than that, I'm still, well, kind of a little jet lagged here, so I think I'm going to just. So with that note, I'll pass it over to Jay. So W0JL in the group with FIPEF, you listen now.
Okay, Dirk, very good on everything, and I'll be right behind you here. So anyway, well, Mike, you and Mary have a safe trip, and
frequency is in use.
You make it out there without getting into any snow up in the mountains. And with that, I think I'm going to save my 73s. I got a couple of things that I need to tend to here this evening, so I better get to it. You guys all take care. Good to hear you all, and we will talk to you again probably Thursday night here. So 73s one and all. WC0L, W0JL, 73s everybody.
Okay, Jay. W0JL in the group. WC0L. Yeah, real good. Well, Paul, in answer to your question, we take 40 out to Holbrook, Arizona, and then we cut down southwest there on Arizona 77, and that takes us up through Heber and Sholo and towns like that, and go through the Tonto National Forest up in that area, which is very pretty to look at. So we enjoy that drive. That's the best part of the drive. So anyway, that's how we do it. So we leave 40 there at Holbrook, and it works out pretty good. Well, that's all I can think of as well, guys. So I'll say my 7-3, and catch you hopefully next Tuesday. And George, my 43-foot vertical is it's self-supporting actually. It's about a 20-foot. I guess it was originally a high-gain CB antenna, probably back in the 60s or 70s. That's made out of pretty heavy-duty telescoping sections. And then that feeds down into some sections of an aluminum flagpole that just seemed to be the right size for it all to fit together. It's got it bolted, the sections bolted together, and that fits in a tripod that is staked to the ground in 6 places, and it's been that way for years and it's never moved, so it works out pretty well. Then I've got a big heavy solid plastic tube that I bought at this plastic manufacturer over on the west side of town in Wichita many years ago, and it works great for a bottom insulator. Used it last year, although last year I did not use elevated radials, and I think I will get out a lot better with elevated radials, so I'm going to try that this year. And I've got a 4-to-1 Unan that I can use on any place where the antenna is not resonant, but I'm hoping it'll resonate on 60 meters and I won't need to use the unun. We'll see how that goes. So that's the deal on that. Paul, let you finish up, and then we'll turn it to George, and he can turn the lights out. And we'll catch you guys next Tuesday, and give Frank your support there on Thursday night and Saturday morning. I hope he remembers. He said he put it in his phone. We'll see. So K7PGD on the patch. To take it, this is WC0L in beautiful downtown Derby, Kansas, saying 7-3 and off and clear, and we'll catch you guys later. Go ahead, Paul.
Roger. Good to hear everybody. Very clear signals all around. We did have a little bit of interference, but they've gone away. That's a good thing. George, good luck with that. Getting your leaning vertical up completely, vertical, and with your sun's help, that'll be. It's nice to have, like I say, an extra human to help you get that. You can't do these things alone sometimes. Mike, thanks for that description. I remember you talking about that. Your antenna, that would be the Mesa antenna. I remember talking about that. You had vertical with a horizontal, inverted L. If I remember right, the arrangement last year. But this year with that, they give you the Morse frequencies you want. So good luck with all that. Sounds like you're hauling the 7800 out there. Or I forget. I think you might have a radio plus amp that's sitting there waiting for you. However that goes, but you can describe that later. It's okay. George, thanks for that description about the light pollution. Get out of town and you can finally, see the stars right there, right at the end of your fingertips. When you get up far enough, you can get dark enough there. And let's see, I don't remember. There's nothing else that I wrote down here. I didn't write everything down. But Mike, thanks for that. How you go 40 to Holbrook, then take 77 going through the Tonto National Forest, which is one of the highlights of your trip. So with all that, I will talk to you guys Thursday. Mike will be, of course, mobile on the road, but Frank has promised to be the chair in the network control and get this all going. So till then, gentlemen, till Thursday night, this is K7PGD over WC0 phone patch. I will 73 everybody, and talk to you Thursday night. Bye-bye. George, WA0N, you turn the lights out. Let's hear you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, K7PGD, and the group is WA0N. Very good, guys. Solid copy again all the way. But very good. Yep, I forgot to mention the park passes last time around, but that's a good deal. We've had one for years.
India Lima. Harold, you're up. What's happening your way?
Oh my goodness. I thought I was still back in Indiana today. It's been so cold. It's 30 degrees right now. I think it got up to about 35 today. But not very comfortable. I couldn't go out and walk around the yard or mow the grass or anything. So it's not pretty down here. Saturday, it's a really beautiful day. Just cold. Anyway, that's about it, really. And just listen to the radio and watching TV. That's about it. Go back to that. Just in Savino.
Okay, well, very good. Well, that's a good time to play on the radio when it's cold outside and you can't be out there. And thank you, Harold, so much for starting up the net today. I don't know what happened, but we hooked up, and I'm glad you picked it up and got it started. All right, Whiskey 8, Tango Whiskey Foxtrot. Tim, you're up.
Well, good evening, Michelle, and everyone on the RV Radio Network net tonight. This is Tim Tango India Mike. I'm located tonight in a motel in Columbia, South Carolina, operating remotely my home Icom 7300, and don't have any weather because this hotel doesn't have any Wi-Fi, so I'm having to use my telephone as Wi-Fi to get internet service. And I'm on my way to Florida for a bike tour that's going to go from St. Petersburg to Titusville, general area, and it's called a coast-to-coast ride. It should be a lot of fun. Our ride starts Thursday and ends Sunday night. Anyway, looking forward to that, and appreciate all you do. WHCWF, Section X.
Okay, very good, Jim. And down in South Carolina on the way to Florida for a bike tour. Sounds like quite a big deal there. And enjoy the bike ride and good luck. All right, let's go over to Bill. Whiskey 4, Alpha Kilo Yankee. Come on in.
Good evening, We2RV. WRZ and all above. Hey, it was a great day today. Had breakfast with the Amateur Radio Club, the local club here in town, and had a great time meeting the film. Right now it's 26 degrees in Louisville, cloudy skies. I was out earlier and it was just total cloud cover. We had a low of 23 last night, high 32 today. That's just right at the freezing point. And looks like we're going to drop down to
where your Prime Minister and our President-to-be were sitting next to one another having a conversation. And part of the outcome of that conversation was just what I said.
I love it. Yeah, well, leadership is hard to find these days. What can I say? I think we all know where everything's headed, and there's not much that's going to change it. So we just hang on and smile for the ride.
We've been counseled that way for sure. All righty. Well, you sound good, so that's something, and glad that you're on the getting better end of things. BE6CU K7BFI, and do there happen to be any other ERC operators in the neighborhood? Over.
Maybe. KK7BFK.
KK7BFK. All right, now, let's see. BSK. Do you have a facility you're associated with? Over.
Well, your the suffix is Victor X-ray Kilo.
Oh, VXK. VXH, is that right?
Kilo 7, Victor X-ray Kilo.
VXK, all right. So, at about 40 past the hour, I begin an early check-in for a net that starts at the top of this next hour. And so sometimes I get operators here a little bit early, and I've got to send a text out. So hang on just a sec here, and I've got to get that figured out and on its way, which I'll do here shortly. And
Okay, well, very good. And yeah, it sounds pretty chilly up there in New Jersey, but I guess it's about the same as it is here in Maryland. So not too terrible. And yeah, thanks to you guys for getting the net kicked up and That's appreciated very much. All right, let's go to Alpha Bravo 8, Bravo Charlie. Kirk, come on in.
Okay, Alpha Bravo 8, Bravo Charlie in the group. Good evening, Michelle. Thanks for taking the net, and thanks again, as George just said, for the other guys starting us up and checking us in. So always fun to check in for sure. Not a whole lot to report here. Just chilly evening here in Michigan, 29 degrees. Waiting on some snow tomorrow night and into Thursday. A little lake effect coming across, I think. And although they're only forecasting an inch, we'll probably get more than that just because lake effect is really hard to predict on our side here. We're in the kind of the middle of the state, truly, but we get less than the west, but just hard to figure out what you're going to get the way the wind blows. Not a whole lot to report other than that. Just getting ready for the holidays and getting some new windows tomorrow, so that'll be an experience. It's 30 degrees, but we're assured that they'll be quick in and out windows. So we'll see. Maybe next week I'll have I hope I don't have a big story, but anyway, we're hoping that we'll have better windows than what we have now because it's awfully cold and they're just needing replaced. So anyway, back to net. Thanks again, guys. 7-3, 88 BC.
All right, well, very good. And good luck with the windows. I hope it is quick and you don't get too much cold into the house with that. That's hard. And I know we had to have a heater replaced 1 year in the winter, so that's hard. Kilo Delta 0, Golf India X-ray. Paul, come on in.
Well, thanks a million, Michelle, for picking me up this evening. And it's a very cold evening here in east central Iowa. Right now, the temperature is 19 degrees. A very light wind is under 10 miles an hour on the northwest. But all the forecasters here said that tomorrow night we're going to go down below zero for the first time this year. And boy, I'm sure not looking forward to that. That means another log on the fire for sure. Because I can't remember when we dropped that low this time of the year already. Usually around Christmas time, but it happens now and again here in eastern Iowa. Well, there's not much else going on here except to put on another coat and gloves when you go outside because you'll freeze up in just a little bit. So, Michelle, thanks a million. We'll catch you on down below. It's KD0GIX destination.
Okay, well, yeah, 0 temperatures and below, that's right cold. Not ready for that yet myself. Thankfully, we don't get that too much here, but it does happen occasionally. Not ready for it. All right, Kilo Alpha 8, Oscar Alpha Tango. Richard, come on in.
Good evening, AAA-ATC report. We're at the 49 degrees. It feels like 40. Supposed to get down to 38, 39. Just sitting here playing radio. Got the other radio on 2 meters on that up there we got. Just wanted to check in for the numbers and let you know the birds activity on south. KAOAT. Good evening.
Okay, well, very good, Richard. And 49 now. You sound like you've got the warmest temperatures down there in Florida, so enjoy that. All right, and Kilo India 5, Echo Charlie Echo. Thomas, come on in.
Kilo India 5, Echo Charlie Echo. Thank you, Michelle. Maybe 49 in Florida, but it's 50 in Texas, just 12 miles north of the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. We pulled travel trailer out for a midweek get out in the town's RV park, and I'm out here testing out my new end-fed half wave antenna, and hopefully I put a 50-watt amplifier on my G90. Hopefully you're hearing me well. I'd like to have a signal report back. Going to get back down to 36 tonight, and then it'll be in the 40s. 40s during the day and upper 50s. 40s at night, upper 50s in the day for the rest of the week. So we've got a little chill here in North Texas, but all is well. And I'm just want to call in. I'm going to give my 73 so I can tear down the skier before I go inside and get on the video net inside the trailer, because it's a little chilly outside. This is KI5 Echo Charlie Echo, back to net.
Okay, well, very good, Thomas. And as for a report for you, you're a 5-9 into Maryland.
Thank you very much, Michelle. I have you as a 5-7 here in North Texas. Thanks a lot.
Okay, well, that new antenna is doing pretty well. Let's see real quick here. Anybody else want to give Thomas a signal report? So anything traveling?
N0 ROV, you're 5 and 9 in Nebraska.
And N5IL, here you're 55 in Alabama.
Okay, Thomas, did you copy those two?
Yes, I did, Michelle. Thank you very much. Like I said, all 73, check in, check out, so I can tear down the skier and get inside for the video net. This is KI5 Echo Charlie Echo, clear.
Okay, well, very good. And, yep, antenna's working well. All right, let's go to Kilo Echo 8, Delta Mike Bravo. Russ, come on in.
Maybe about a 2-2 on you here.
Rob, can you give me a relay?
He's in there. I'm going to do the relay for you. This is Rob, N0 ROV. Sounding good here, by the way. So you've got 24 degrees right now, a west breeze at 1 to 8. Snow flurries are in the sky. And you're going to head back home probably within the next week or so, back to West Virginia. And then you talked about moving down to Quartzsite as your next destination. So, and you're also asking about an antenna that you can put on your camper so you don't have to take time to string up a dipole. So around here, I can suggest, Russ, that you put up the Eagle 1, put it on the back of your RV. It's a vertical, and it's adjustable, but it probably needs a tuner if you want to use it on other bands. It's really set up for 40 and out of the box. So Russ, I'll just put that out there. So Russ is asking for any other suggestions on a good portable antenna for his RV there. All right, Russ, anything else? Anything at all?
Right, I might take Route 66, parts of it that are passable, and the country. Back to you.
All right, he's going to be traveling Route 66 from wherever he is in West Virginia back down to Quartzsite. That's a nice path. Russ, you're going to like that. If you haven't done it before, you're going to like it. So enjoy that. So Whiskey Echo 2 Romeo Victor, back to you, Michelle, in 0RLB.
Okay, he's going to be going on Route 66, I understand, back to there. And the tenants, I usually parking along the back of my rig, but yeah, the usually one I've heard is really, really good too. So, and where is he right now? If he's not home in West Virginia, where is he now?
He's at the Scottyland RV park in somewhere in central Pennsylvania. So he's working right now. He's in a work camp for the next few days anyway. All right, Michelle, back to you. N0ROB.
Okay, thank you for that. And thank you for the relay. And Russ, thanks for stopping by. I've got a very, very light copy on you at all. So thank you for that. All right, and we're up to Rob, November 0, Romeo Oscar Bravo. Rob, come on in.
Okay, very good, Michelle. Thanks for picking me up. It is, we had a very unusual day here. Started off at 15 degrees and went to 41. Beautiful sunny day here. We had a funeral today for a close friend, a Rose Montoya. She was 88 years old, beautiful soul. So we lifted her up and gave her a nice funeral today. So it was a blessing and an honor to know her. So we took care of her today, and so that was kind of the activity of my day. So I didn't go to work. Jill and I just went to this funeral and made the most of it, and saw a lot of people we haven't seen for a while. You know how that goes. So anyway, nice funeral today in Omaha, Nebraska. So Whiskey Echo 2 Romeo Victor and 0RLB.
Okay, well, very good. Pretty chilly out there in Nebraska, and I went to the funeral for Rose today. Got to see some of the other folks that we haven't seen for a while, and lifted Rose up to her reward there. And thanks for that. Anything else, Rob?
I will ride along with you, Michelle. You're sounding good. Thanks for doing it.
Okay, very good, and thanks for helping with relay there. All right, Whiskey 1 and your kilos. Jim, come on in.
Stroke M3YRZ, net control. Net. Tuesday night edition. Good evening, Michelle, and good evening to our board from Jim, East Point, Michigan. We're at 32, that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. Our winds are out of the southwest at the moment at 11 miles per hour. Our altitude is 72171. Barometric pressure is 30.3 inches of mercury and falling. We're going to be heading down to a low temperature of 27 overnight. And then tomorrow, it looks like we're going to get a little warmer, but there are snow showers predicted for afternoon and into the evening. Don't have a real idea what the accumulation is going to be, but right now, looks like we're going to have a pretty good chance of some snow overnight on the west. Thursday, the bottom drops out. Temperature-wise, we'll be struggling to get to the freezing point for a high, and the winds are going to move in. We're going to have 20-mile-an-hour plus winds steady all day from the west, starting early in Thursday morning. So looking like we'll be dropping down to a low of 20 on Thursday night. Again, Friday, struggling to get above freezing.
Let me get you down early. Were you just checking in early? Was that VA, November 9 VAM? Was that you, Vern? Over? Not Vern. It entered at an F. that station, over.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 6 Zulu Alpha Foxtrot, Southern California, over.
Okay, let me get down here to the end of the roll, and Craig, good to hear you. And are you checking in? Did you have a question, or just checking in early? Over.
Checking in early on a new antenna. Wondered what my signal was like as well.
All right, right at the moment on that transmission, you were 5 over S9. Over.
I appreciate that. Just 100 watts here. What are you running over there? Over.
All right, the setup here, starting from the IC7300, feeds a Kenwood TL922A at about 1200 watts. It feeds a delta loop that's about 20 feet off the ground. It's an 80-meter delta loop, tuned obviously to 40 meters. KF6 Zulu Alpha Fox K7 BFI.
Well, he's got a booming signal over here. You're 20 over. It's quite a nice signal.
And also in your direction, I have a low constructed mountain that I'm going over also. So that makes a bit of a difference aimed in your direction. So anyway, I've been pleased at how it works, how this delta loop works. By the way, it's 20 feet off the ground. Over.
I appreciate that information. Like I said, your signal is just great over here. FM quality, actually, and just booming. Anyway, I probably won't make the regular roll call tonight, but if I do, you'll hear me.
Yes, of course the band changes significantly between now and roughly 20 after the hour. So we'll see how well that works out. Oftentimes California doesn't come in quite so well later on in the regular net. So anyway, you are checked in early in any case. Thank you, and we'll look forward to hearing you again if you're on. All right, K7 BFI, looking for any additional ERC operators. Over.
November 5, Zulu Whiskey in Carrollton, Texas.
Indianapolis. Over.
All right. John, AC9 Juliet X-ray. You have a clearly identifiable voice, which is good.
5 to a 5-7 in McQueen. I guess.
Yep, well, I got a little bit of QFP tonight, and that's strange, but maybe it's just because of all the crap on the band tonight.
Yeah, but it is there. Yeah, I've got a little QSP here. I heard pretty bad there. So anyway, you're making the crepo as usual.
But Tim, I know you're going to have a hard time hearing me, so you might as well give a quick shout out to Brad. He seems to be our only one that can hear everybody.
Currently 41, and another day, I think this is third day, Monica said we've been weed eating and mowing. We didn't get down here most of the year, really, since Easter, so you can imagine it was pretty bad. So we've made a big dent in it. It's looking a whole lot better, so I think we're going to come back down, spend the month of January, and get some stuff done. So appreciate you picking me up. You're sounding good. We2RV KC5MEM.
Roger on that. And yeah, usually when you're portable, I seem to hear you better than when you are at home. But yeah, and getting things fixed up at the lake property there in Louisiana. So very good. All right, safe travels there, Kelly, and hello to Monica for me. Kilo 4 Hotel Mike. Hank, come on in.
Well, good evening, Michelle. This is K4HM Hank, SHE4RMT3. We are still here in Alabama, where we'll be the rest of this year. Staying close by family here, with getting celebrating the season, I guess you would say. The stations tonight are copied pretty well, except for the station that was asking about the vertical antenna, or about the mobile antenna. I think it was somebody in Pennsylvania. I couldn't copy it. Everybody else was pretty much confused. I heard Rob relay him and remembering one. I used that myself. Good results. I also have another option. Screwdriver antenna makes a good resolution as well. The Eagle 1 is tuned to 40 meters, whereas the screwdriver is tuned to whatever frequency you want. So it's you don't have to use a tuner in either case. The Eagle 1 is resolution on 40 meters. It's been cold here today. We did get out and run some errands and came back to the coach to get warm again. It's going to warm up tomorrow, and then it's going to turn cold again. So it's kind of a little bit unusual weather situation here from what we've experienced in the past. Just about all we got here, Michelle. Thanks for doing that.
Okay, well, very good, Hank, and yeah, thanks for the suggestions of also the Eagle 1 or a screwdriver antenna for the Pennsylvania Kilo Echo 8 Delta Mike Bravo for his trailer. All right, and hello to Celine for us. Whiskey 7 Yankee Juliet Charlie. Warren, come on in.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much, and good evening to everybody on the RVNet. And kind of uneventful day working with a contractor to get a fence, two-rail fence put up around the house. Thought I would try to increase curb appeal, but I don't have any curbs. But anyway, and had a good holiday here. Woke up this morning at 48 degrees. And it went up to about 68 today. Now it's 55. And humidity is 20%. Had to take my shoes off to walk around the house. Otherwise, I was getting electrocuted everywhere I went. And everybody's sounding pretty good out here in Nevada, so that's very good. And Michelle, thanks for all you do. WE2RV, W7YJC.
Okay, very good, Warren. And yeah, the static can be a problem at this time of the year. I know sometimes I move things around and my lightning detector goes off from the static. So I know what you mean about having to watch the electric there when you're walking around. All right, let's go to Alpha 9, Sierra Tango. Jimmy, you're up.
Hey, good evening, Michelle, and I'll give a shout out to Rob there, N0ROB. And not much to report this evening. I'm glad we dodged the bullet. They had predicted we were to get 1 to 3 inches of snow last night, but all of that stayed north of us. And we did get a light dusting, but that was about it, maybe a ½ inch of dusting on the ground. We're expecting snow again tomorrow. Our current temperature is like 23 degrees right now, and probably going to drop down to about 18 or 19 tonight. And then they say that we're not supposed to get any snow tomorrow, but I tell you, this is Indiana. You can't go by what they say. Alpha 9, Sierra Tango, back to net control.
All right, well, it sounds like the forecast worked in your favor this time, and it didn't give you what they were expecting, but now they're telling you not expecting anything, so you're fearful that you may actually get it now. I know how that goes. All right, I've reached the end of my list. Let's see if we have any other seconds for the RV Radio Network HFNet. Call now.
9 LWE.
TCF, Michelle.
Okay, Tim, K9 TCF, you're number 20 on the list, and Dennis, November 9, Lima, Whiskey Echo, you're number 21. There are other check-ins. Call now. All right, Rob, do you want to take a quick look?
Contact.
Go ahead.
I heard a Victor Echo 3, Juliet Golf Kilo. Gary is trying to check in.
Okay, very good. Go ahead and take a look. I've got here the 922. Take a look for other check-ins, please.
All right, Gary, we got you at 22. Thank you for checking in. We're looking for any other check-ins right now. Please call. We're looking for check-ins right now. RV Radio Network, please call. Kilowatt 0, Papa India Radio, you'll be number 23. All right, Michelle, back to you at 0 ROB.
All right, November 5, India Lima. Harold, take a look for check-ins.
Okay, very good. You're sounding great tonight, Michelle. This is N5IL taking more check-ins, further check-ins for the RV Radio Network. Please call now. Further check-ins for the RV Radio Network. Please call now. It's N5IL. Nothing else there. I think we've got them all, Michelle.
All right, very good. Let's go to Tim, Kilo 9 at Tango Charlie Foxtrot. Tim, come on in.
Thanks for running the net tonight, Michelle. Here up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, it's kind of cold. We had a high today at 32. It's currently 27, going down to 24. They're telling us that the real cold weather is going to hit tomorrow. They're calling for roughly 38 high and a 17 low, but newscasters and everything else are telling us that it could easily be down in the single digits. So we're going to get kind of cold. We're just going to warm up again by the weekend, so we'll have to see how things go. It's winter in northeast Indiana. We'll just have to live with it. As far as the antenna on the question, in case, I have an Eagle 1 on the back of my fifth wheel, and it's an excellent antenna, particularly on 40 meters. I come out with a 1.5 SWR with no tuner on the radio, on the trigger. If I go to other bands, I do need a tuner, but 40 meters is fine. So the Eagle 1 is a great antenna. That's all I have for the net, and 73's everybody on the net, and you too, Michelle. Thanks a lot, K9 TCF, for clearing back to the net.
Okay, very good. And chilly up there in winter in Indiana, and you also have an Eagle 1, and you don't have to use a tuner for 40 meters, but you do on the other bands. And thank you for also answering that question for the Pennsylvania station there. All right, then let's go to Dennis, N9 LWE.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to the net. This is N9LWE over at Westfield, Wisconsin. We started our day out at 20 degrees. We got up to 30 today. And we're 25 now, going down to 23 tonight. 70% on the humidity. 30.10 falling on the barometer. Partly cloudy, snow showers this evening. South-southwest wind at 15, gusting to 28. N9LWE, back to net.
Okay, sounds like you guys have gotten pretty winter there too, and it sounds pretty chilly, and especially with the wind there, the gusts, that sounds pretty high, so that you've probably got a pretty good wind chill. So Thanks, Dennis, for stopping in. Let's go to Victor Echo 3, Juliet Golf Kilo. Gary, come on in. Yeah, thank you for the 5-3. You're a 5-5, 55 here to Maryland.
Yes, all the 5-5. Thanks so much, and nice to hear you all this evening. You have quite the list, so we won't hold it. And say 7-3, Victor Echo 3, Juliet Golf Kilo.
Okay, very good. And hope you miss out on the first the significant snow, and hopefully you'll just get a little bit. All right, Kilo 0, Papa India Romeo. Richard, come on in.
Okay, good evening, Michelle, and good evening to everyone on the net. I've got a real light copy on you, but pretty good nevertheless, and a nice copy on Rob down there in Nebraska. We've had a cold day here, 46 degrees right now, and this morning I think it was 16 degrees when I got up, and it was cold most of the day, but we did get some sunshine, and then the clouds started rolling in. But anyway, I've been on the radio today and working with a software called HDSDR, and it works real well. It's a third receiver for my Icom 7610, and it works well taking out noise and just spurious signals. It's real good at doing that. So, Michelle, thanks for running it this evening, and I bet Rob has to relay to you. But I'll turn it back to you, 73 from K0PIR.
All right, Richard. I'm hearing you pretty well. But I did miss the name of the program that you're working with, HDSWR, is that correct?
It's called HDSDR, Hotel Delta Sierra Delta Romeo. HDSDR, it's a spectrum analyzer for SDR radios. Roger?
Okay, Roger, spectrum analyzer, and it's HDSDR. Okay, very good. And it's chilly in your area, down in the 16 range, and then clouded up during the day. And I'll have to take a look at that program online and see what it's all about. All right, and I've reached the end of my list, but if you have any other check-ins, call now. All right, Harold, you want to take a look for any other check-ins?
Okay, very good, Michelle. This is N5IL taking further check-ins, more check-ins for the RZ radio network. Please call now, N5IL. I hear nothing. I think we've got them all. N5IL.
Okay, very good. November 0, Romeo Oscar Bravo. Rob, take a look.
QRZ radio network still taking check-ins. We're looking for check-ins right now. Please call. It's an open net. All the station anywhere. Please call now. Right, definitely heard Harold. You're sounding great today. Thanks for helping out. And there are on me.
Okay, thanks for the report. I thought, never mind. I have some call signs written down here I don't see anywhere. Well, let's see. I'll be listening. 10-5 IL.
Okay, Harold, did you think you had a call sign that we missed?
Well, I don't see, unless I got it written down wrong, November 9, Regional Whiskey Echo, LWE, but I've probably missed it. K9 or KD9CF or something like that. I don't know why I wrote those down.
Okay, yeah, that's line 20 and line 21. K9 TCF and November 9 Lima Whiskey Echo. They both pop.
Okay, very good. And I hear the foreign broadcast just coming on frequency, so I guess it's a good time over.
Okay, very good. All right, is there any other check-ins or comments for the net? Call now. Okay, all I'm hearing is the foreign broadcast, and so this seems like a good time to go ahead and close the net. I'd like to thank Harold for starting out the net tonight, and Rob for also coming in and helping out.
Thought I heard you earlier, and that turned out to be a different call sign. It was November 9 Victor Alpha Mike. And thank you very much. Pretty good signal tonight, Vern. Thank you. Additional early ERC, over.
Kilo India 7, Bravo Hotel, St. George.
Whoa. All right, Scott, we have you. Kilo India 7, Bravo Hotel. You are really light tonight. Really exceptionally light compared to the other George operators. But we have you in early. Additional early ERC, over. All right, just for the sake of those who might be interested, who check in a lot tonight, I am using the 80-meter delta loop tuned to 40 meters. The delta loop is about 20 feet off of the ground, and it's being fed with a TL922A Kenwood linear, and that is being driven by an IC7300. And this is K7 Bravo Foxtrot India, looking for any additional early ERC operators, over. Kilo 7, Sierra Echo Echo. And Bill, there's no question about you and your signal. You push the right mic button too. Thanks, Bill. K7SEE. Additional early ERC, please, over. So I hope everybody was able to have a rewarding, uplifting, and wonderful Thanksgiving. And so we have a lot to be thankful for in this country, I think. This is K7BFI. We'll call the 40-meter ERC net in about 2 minutes at the top of the hour. In the meantime, looking for any additional early ERC operators, over.
Victor Echo 6, Alpha Yankee Uniform.
Victor Alpha 6, Alpha Yankee Uniform. You sound like you're in my driveway, Monty. Great signal down here tonight, over.
That's great. That's good news. I had half a second here getting the wires all in the right places.
Okay, well, doing a great job. All right, once again, any additional early ERC, over.
Alpha Golf 5, Alpha Bravo.
Great signal, Rio. Really good signal again tonight. Alpha Golf 5, Alpha Bravo. I think you must be S9 plus. Rio, go.
Thanks. This is in and out.
Yep, okay, that time S8, but good signal. Appreciate it. This is K7 Bravo Foxtrot India. I'll call the net at the top of the hour, which is in a few seconds. In the meantime, looking for an additional ERC operator, early check-in, over. Well, N7EEE, I think you're visiting, right? You've got a great signal here. Where are you located? Well, you're booming in here tonight, so appreciate it. You're about 10 over. And it's the top of the hour, and that means I need to call the net. So the South Dakota station, thank you for stopping by. This is K7BFI calling the headquarters emergency response communication net, calling the headquarters ERC net. Net control representing headquarters is K7BFI, Kilo 7 Bravo Foxtrot India, and my name is George. This net meets each Tuesday, Mountain Time, at 7 p.m. on 7272 kilohertz, plus or minus QRM. This is a directed net assigned to ERC facility operators. ERC facility operators, please respond when your ERC facility is called. CW check-ins will also be acknowledged. A relay station N7RU RON using VHF assists net control. Other stations who hear check-ins not reported to net control are invited to assist as requested. Roll call follows. Stations will be called from east to west by ERC facility. And hang on just a minute. I need to reduce the monitor output. Okay. So, we begin roll call with ERC Washington, D.C., ERC Washington, D.C., and Barry checked in early, Kilo 3 Sierra Uniform India. Barry, still copy, over.
Yeah, George, we copy you well. You're about S9 here. Pretty good signal. Have a good evening. K3SUI, Washington, D.C.
And thank you very much, and you've got a great signal at this end as well. All right, looking for any additional ERC Washington, D.C. Call now.
4 Washington, D.C., please check in. Kilo, India, 4, Yankee, Bravo, Hotel, Chief, 1 operator home PTH, and no traffic.
All right, S6 tonight, Kilo India 4, Yankee Bravo Hotel. And thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. Do we have any additional ERC Washington, D.C.? Over. Nothing heard. Looking now for ERC Toronto. ERC Toronto, over. No response. Looking now for ERC Orlando. ERC Orlando, over. Stand by. All right, there's still a heterodyne coming from 7270. Just needed to check on that. All right, continuing on. Once again, ERC Orlando, over. Followed by ERC Tucker. ERC Tucker, over. Nothing heard. Looking for ERC Indianapolis, and we had an early check-in from Alpha Charlie 9, Juliet X-ray. John, still copy, over.
Roger, roger. This is Alpha Charlie 9, Juliet X-ray.
And thank you very much. About S7 here on that transmission. Thank you, John, Alpha Charlie 9, Juliet X-ray. We also had an early check-in from Craig, Kilo Bravo 3, Tango, November, Quebec. Craig, still copy, over.
Roger, roger.
All right, about S5, Kilo Bravo 3, Tango, November, Quebec. Appreciate you being here. We also had an early check-in from Vern, November 9, Victor Alpha Mike. Vern, still copy, over.
Roger, roger. At 9 VAM.
All right, pushing S8, and thank you for being here. Also had an early check-in from November 0, Mike Uniform. Pete, still copy, over. S9 on that CW signal, thank you very much. November 0, Mike Uniform. We also had an early check-in from Ron, November Quebec 8 Whiskey. Still copy, Ron, over. No response. Looking now for Whiskey 9 Uniform Papa Kilo, who checked in early. Still copy, Colin, over.
Roger, roger, W9 UPK.
All right, speaking S9, thank you very much. Do we have any additional ERC Indianapolis, please? Over. I think I heard a station. Could I get a relay, please? Say relay. Nothing heard. Last call, ERC Indianapolis, please. Over. No response. Looking now for ERC Slidell, and Rio was booming in earlier as an early check-in. Alpha Golf 5, Alpha Bravo. Still copy, Rio, over. No response. Looking next for additional ERC Slidell, please. Over. Any relays for stations I have not heard? Say relay. Nothing heard. Looking next for ERC Houston, and we had an early check-in from John, November 5 Uniform, Lima Delta. Still copy, John, over.
Roger, roger, roger. Got a clear copy on you over here tonight, Kev. It's a good thing. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving in 5ULD.
And thank you very much. Yes, we did. And S9, solid S9, November 5 Uniform, Lima Delta. Any additional ERC Houston, please? Over. John, do you hear Bill?
Negative. I do not hear Bill.
All right. We'll move on then. Thank you. And now we're looking for ERC Carrollton, and Jerry checked in early, November 5 Zulu Whiskey. Still copy, Jerry, over. Nothing heard. Additional ERC Carrollton, please, over.
Bravo, Yankee Uniform, closure 20 over into California, or at least half been, and about 10 over into Texas this evening. Beautiful signal. This is K6BYU.
Thank you very much, Howard, for the two signal reports. Kilo 6, Bravo, Yankee Uniform, and you sound great. S9 plus about 5. All right. Any additional ERC Carrollton, over? No response. Looking next for ERC Kansas City, over.
November
67, Lima, November. Good casino tonight, George.
All right. We had an early check-in from Tom, Whiskey 7, Lima, November. And Tom, I copied you. Thank you very much. Should have called. And we also had an early check-in from Bob, Whiskey 1, Romeo Delta Sierra. Bob, still copy, over.
Roger, roger. I
thought you were going to miss me, and you're S9, 5 over.
All right, and you were peaking S9 on that transmission. Thank you very much. Any additional ERC Kansas City? Over.
November 6th, Charlie Yankee Bravo.
And there's Dan, November 6th, Charlie Yankee Bravo. Thank you very much. Great signal also. Any other ERC Kansas City? Over. Next up is ERC Aurora. ERC Aurora. Over. He's followed by ERC Linden. ERC Linden. Over. And a very good evening to you, Don. Kilo Echo 7 Alpha Yankee Lima. Any additional ERC Linden? Over. Nothing heard. Looking now for ERC Ogden. Over. I think I hear Kilo Echo 7 India Fox Delta. Marion, give me some Rogers. Over. All right, we don't have good propagation between us tonight, but I did hear the Rogers. Thank you very much, Marion, for being here. Any additional ERC Ogden? Over. Nothing heard. Looking now for ERC St. George, and we had early check-ins from Boyd, Kilo 7, Oscar Uniform Foxtrot. Boyd, still copy. Over.
Roger, I'm still copying K7OUF, and you're still about S9 on the 4100 here.
All right, very good, and you're about S7. Kilo 7 Oscar Uniform Foxtrot, thank you. And we had an early check-in from Scott, Kilo Fox 7 Sierra Bravo. Still copy, Scott. Over.
Roger, Roger. Kilo Foxtrot 7 Sierra Bravo. You're 15 over.
And about 20 over on that transmission. Thank you very much, Scott. And we also had an early check-in from Kilo India 7 Bravo Hotel. Scott, still copy. Over.
Roger, Roger, Roger. This is KI7CH.
And about S8 on that transmission, Kilo India 7 Bravo Hotel. Thank you very much. And Trapper checked in early also, Whiskey 7 TGT. Still copy, Trapper?
Still copy, W7 TGT, thank you.
And you're just a touch over S9 tonight, and thank you very much. All right, do we have any additional ERC St. George? Over.
Good evening, George. This is Kilo 7 Alpha Mike Papa. Steve out of the St. George warehouse in Mesquite, Nevada. And you're coming 15 over to me.
All right, and you've got a good signal here as well, about S9. Kilo 7 Alpha Mike Papa. It's been a while since I heard your voice. Good to have you check in tonight. Thank you very much. All right, any additional ERC St. George? Over. Nothing heard. This is Kilo 7 Bravo Foxtrot India, calling the 40-meter ERC net, looking now for ERC Las Vegas. ERC Las Vegas. And Dan checked in early, Alpha Alpha 7 India. Still copy, Dan. Over.
Roger, Roger. This is AA7I.
10 over. Dan, thank you very much. AA7I. Additional ERC Las Vegas. Over.
Kilo Fox 7 Golf CQ, Glen in Las Vegas.
Also 10 over, Glen. Kilo Fox 7 Golf Charlie Quebec. Any additional ERC Las Vegas? Over. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much. Moving on to ERC Mesa, and we had an early check-in from Ladare. Kilo Fox 7 Uniform Bravo Tango. Ladare, still copy. Over. Not copying Ladare. Next was Doug, WB7TUJ. Still copy, Doug. Over.
Yeah, you're down to 15 over. WB7TJ in the Mesa, half shot, no traffic.
All right, and that's about where you're sitting right now at 15 over. Thank you very much, Doug. Do we have any additional ERC Mesa? Over. Nothing heard. Moving on to ERC Lethbridge, and there's a whole group there, starting with Victor Alpha 6 Echo Fox Hotel. Ed, still copy, over.
Roger, roger, loud and clear.
And you are likewise loud and clear, Ed. VE6EFH. Also early was VE5 Alpha Alpha Echo. James, still copy, over.
Roger, roger.
Still a great signal. Thank you very much, James. And we had Monty check in early, VE6AYU. Monty, still copy?
Yeah, very good copy.
And great signal from you also. And Mel checked in early, VE6 Charlie Uniform.
Victor Echo 6 Charlie Uniform.
And all of you guys are about S9. We also had an early check-in from VE6 Hotel November. Larry, still copy, over. S9 also Larry, VE6HN. And Gary checked in, VE6MU. Appreciate you check in. Still copy, over. All right, little lighter on that transmission, Gary, VE6MU. We have you checked in. Like I say, your signal's not as strong as it sometimes is. Neil checked in early with a booming signal, VE6NL. Still copy, Neil, over.
Roger, roger. Victor Echo 6 November Lima, and you are still 5 by 10, 15 over.
All right, on that transmission, you are about 5 over. Thank you very much. VE6NL. Angel also checked in early, VE6 Papa Fox. Still copy, Angel, over.
Roger, roger, roger.
Got the Rogers at S7. Appreciate you being here. All right, do we have any additional ERC Lethbridge? Over. Nothing heard. Looking now for ERC Hermiston. ERC Hermiston, and we had John check in early. Kilo Delta 7 Fox Alpha Uniform. Still copy, John, over. And yours is great as well, S9. And Mike, Kilo Fox 7 Whiskey Quebec. Still copy, over. Yep, about the same as John. Thank you both of you for being here. Appreciate it. Do we have any additional ERC Hermiston? Over. Hey, there you go, Vic. Kilo 7 Yankee Mike. Great signal tonight also. And do we have any additional ERC Hermiston? Over. Any relays for stations I have not heard? Say relay. No response. Looking now for ERC Sacramento. Over. Followed by ERC Silmar, and we had Peter check in. Kilo Golf 6, Lima, India, November. Peter, still copy, over. All right, you're about an S6 at the moment. You were strong, quite a bit stronger earlier, but we have you checked in. Thank you. Any additional ERC Silmar? Over. I think I heard Don. Whiskey Alpha 6 EWS. Don, give me some Rogers. Over.
Roger, roger.
All right, we got you that time. A little stronger. Thank you. Any additional ERC Silmar? Over. Any relays for Silmar? Say relay. Bill, would you see if you can raise anybody in that area? Over. QSL. This is K7SEE calling for the control station. Are there any more stations in the Selmar area? CRC assigned station